Hello everyone! Welcome to another stream from Atari. I said it right this time. Grand Shaman of Atlantis, how is everyone doing? I honestly didn't know if I should stream today or not, but I went like, no, it's Saturday. You gotta stream. You gotta do something. But I don't have like the things that I need to play the games. You don't have to play games. Just draw. Hello, everyone. Oh. Okay, PPA. Glad I could help. Hello, Elmer. Hello, Red. Hello, Zan. Hello, Driel Kudas. Hello, Trev the Inkling. Hello, Philip Page. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, well, hello. Oh, Pokemon packs, as in like TCG packs. That's cool. Like, I don't know, like, like in my hometown, I have no idea if we have like any stores that actually would carry Pokemon cards. Hi, Neela. Hi. Okay. So, I guess before I start, I guess I can just say like a few things. Like one that is kind of good, the other not so much. Basically, I want to kind of sort of apologize for like if I sounded a bit off last stream. Um, it's like it's nothing serious, at least for now. But we just got the news that well, there's something going on with my mom, medical, and we still don't know if it's good. Like if it's going to develop into anything that could be bad. We just don't know. So yeah, that was still a little bit present in my head. So that's why I was kind of not really feeling all that well. Um, but yeah, we're hoping that it's nothing serious. But you never know. Like with these things, you just never know. Uh, on some slightly better news, the surprise job interview that I had today, I think it went well. They still had a bunch of other candidates. I mean, of course, but it also, but like seeing, okay, if I actually have a shot at this, um, it did make me think like, okay, do I actually dislike working at the tea shop that much? And then I realized no, the issue is, the orders that come from above. And basically, I am a little bit. I'm not sure whether it'll be a better idea to just, okay, I work at the tea shop only 2 days a week, so I can just stay at a family member's house. Well, my aunt, I think I mentioned her before, so I can just stay at her house for like the days that I have the yeah, thanks PPA. For the time that I have to be at the tea shop, like like just come to the city and sleep like two to three nights, and then I go back to my hometown and do the rest of my life there. Um, because um, because I am really scared. Like again, I kind of I need to save up money. I need to save up money, but I am so afraid that I'll lose time that I could be using for other things. But then again, I haven't been able to use that time properly just with the part time. So I don't know. It's a bunch of conflicting feelings and thoughts that I've been having. New job carry more pressure? Well, that too, because it would be a full time job, unlike the part time job that I have now. So, yeah, like full timers have a lot more responsibilities than part timers do. At least in malls, at least in Um, but yeah, the thing that worries me the most is the feeling that I might be sacrificing opportunities with like voice acting and stuff, because if I own like I have done the whole thing of working at the tea shop, streaming, and also 4 hour commutes to record voice acting work. I've done that for some months, and it's doable. It's super tiring, but it's doable. But like if I get a full time job, then I don't know Yeah, exactly. So, like, can I actually try to put myself out there and go like, oh, hey, I'm available for voice acting? If if I have a full-time job, and I am not sure of the answer, like, at all. I just have, VA work sounds exciting. I mean, yeah, it is. It is. I can tell you that I have been, and these are things that I've already talked about on stream. But yeah, I have been in a few, in a few recognizable things. Well, the Portuguese dub of them, at least. I have been in a couple of them. I think that the last one that I recorded was, oh, I can just tell you this. I can just tell you this. The last thing that I recorded for something like that, for a TV show that is, kind of high profile, etc., was for Pokemon. So yeah, I got a role. I got a role in Pokemon. So yeah, there's a game character that whose official Portuguese voice is me. So that's pretty exciting. I can't say anything. I can't say anything else. But I think that the season that I dubbed is already out. Like, when I dubbed it, it wasn't even out in the US. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah, Pokemon. Again, I can't say anything else because, unlike with the other studio that I worked with, like, I did sign like a bunch of papers saying that no, you're not going to disclose any information that you might have been privy to while recording this. And I'm like, yeah, sure, no, fine. No, of course, I'm not gonna say anything. All I'm gonna say is, hey, I did a voice for Pokemon. I'm not gonna say anything else. And then I did ask, okay, can I say this? And they told me, yes, you can. Yeah, you can do that. You can tell people that you were in Pokemon. Hey, dude, just stopping by to say hello. Came down with an awful case of tendonitis, and I craved non-existence. Ow. Oh, dude. Yeah, get well soon, dude. Holy, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine the pain. Holy crap. Yeah, take good care of yourself, dude. Now people are gonna have to figure out which husbando or waifu you voiced. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, though. Is the season out already? I think it is. I think that it is. Time to search almost 25 years of Pokemon anime, a Portuguese Pokemon anime, to find the voice. I don't think that it has aired yet, so yeah. Because, yeah, one thing that I can definitely tell you is that it's for New Horizons, because everything else has already been dubbed, so yeah. Also, an interesting thing that I found out, that some of the people who did the voice acting course with me, like, because early last year, from March 2024 to June 2024, I did a dedicated voice acting course. And some of the people that were with me in that course, who learned at the same rate as me, I did have like a leg up, some of them, because I was already used to the whole voice acting dubbing thing, and some of them were just starting out. But yeah, some of them also got roles in Portuguese, in the Portuguese dub of Pokemon. So yeah, that was exciting. And when and when they told me who they got to voice, I was like, dude, really? That's so awesome. So yeah, one of them got to be a gym leader, which is just insane. Don't don't drink rat poison year round, please. that is that is exactly the opposite of what you should do. But Pokemon type would Atari be? I'm thinking water psychic. Probably like whenever I think of, okay, what type of Pokemon would I train? Uh, like I'm thinking that, yeah, like it would be either like water or psychic or ghost, probably. Unfortunately, my all-time favorite Pokemon is none of those types. But it is still thematically appropriate. If you don't know what it is, feel free to try to guess. But yeah, but the problem with this whole thing with Pokemon is that, like, as you know, there are many characters who show up like once or twice and then they just screw off. Yeah, good night, new around. Take good care of yourself, dude. I want you in good shape, okay? And it's not just because of my streams. I want you to be healthy, okay? um, but yeah, what was I saying? Like Pokemon. About Pokemon. Oh yeah, right. My favorite Pokemon is not water nor psychic nor ghost. But again, still thematically appropriate, I feel. Again, feel free to try and guess if you don't know it already. Um, but yeah, so that's exciting. But the thing is, yeah, those voice acting jobs don't are not that frequent. Like they're not frequent enough for me to be able to depend on them. Uh, hmm. Nilok, yeah, maybe you are correct. Maybe it is fighting steel. Maybe it is. How many fighting steel Pokemon are there actually? Like, is the one that I'm thinking of like the only one? I don't think so. There's got to be other fighting steel types, right? I mean, I know that he was the first of that type, like the first that had that type combination. But yeah, I think it's the only one. Will it be finishing off the drawing of Kyrie the Echidna by any chance? Yes, but not today. But not today. Oh, hi Sark. How are you? Yeah. Okay. Then if it is the only one if it is the only one that has those two types, then yes, it's Lucario. Congratulations, you win the prize. Yeah, no, that's yeah. What Elmer said is accurate. Red. Portuguese VAs do not get paid enough to make a living out of out of voice acting alone. Like I've said it before, but like the standard rate per episode, because okay, so this also depends on the studios, because like for example the studio where they dub Pokemon, it works a little different, well, very differently. Hi Barney. uh why do you hate DJ? I hate DJ. Is it what did DJ do to you? Also, no, I'm not a mom. I am not a mom. Uh, um, but yeah, that studio works a little bit differently. It works by line, but most of the time you work by episode. And usually you get 25 euros per episode. 30 if it's a live action show. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. But yeah, 25 euros an episode, which means that if you dub a series that's like, imagine that you have a series of like 26 episodes. So 26 times 25, that means that for a 26 episode series you get 650 euros, which is not a lot, especially if you take into account how long it actually takes to record those episodes. So yeah, like it's not even, yeah, like for a show of 26 episodes, you don't even get minimum wage. Like, let me actually see like if it's a 50 episode show, 50 times, yeah, if it's a 50 episode series, you get 1250 euros, which again doesn't sound too bad, except that in order to record a show that has 50 episodes, usually you're going to spend at least 2 months and a half on it, which again, not even minimum wage. So yeah. Hello, Jonathan. Are you saying you can win versus Ash, Atari? No, probably not. The character that I voice, you only see one of their Pokemon, I think. I'm not sure actually. I don't remember. It was already like a month and a half ago. I think. How many hours do you spend in the studio in a day? Depending on the difficulty involved. Depending on the difficulty involved, because sometimes the script is just way off kilter. Sometimes you have to adapt on the spot. Sometimes the script just doesn't fit the mouth flaps, so there's a lot of work also involved. You have to actually think about what you're saying, because it just doesn't fit, because again, stuff in Portugal, when it comes to voice acting, when it comes to dubbing, is not that well done. So you have translators also inputting in the time codes for all the lines, which is not something that they should do. And you also have translators adapting the script, which is also something that they should not do. It should be someone else who would do that job, and some translators don't do that. So what happens is that the actors have to do that adaptation work on the spot. So depending on how well things flow, to record 5 episodes, it can take you anywhere from 2 hours to 5. It depends a lot on how things go. I've had shows that I just got in the booth, recorded, and also it depends on how many characters you have. Like for example, for one of the shows that I dubbed, I'll give you a hint. It's about spinning tops. I had 2 regular characters. No, 2 regular characters. Then later I got an extra one, so like I had 3 regular characters, but most of them didn't have, all those many lines. So recording that was usually easy. The hardest part was recording like wallas and wallas, as in background noise and stuff like that. That's the stuff that would take the longest, actually. But yeah, then there was another one which was about soccer or soccer, in which I voiced five regular characters plus one that only showed up at the end. And the problem with that one was that they just wouldn't shut they just wouldn't shut the frick up. They just wouldn't shut up. Like like I remember me and the sound guy. They were like we were both like we were looking at at one of my character's lines, and we were like, oh my god, he just doesn't shut up. Like, why? Please, we want to go home. Yeah, exactly, Driel. Exactly. Because yeah, like, and I've said it before. I've said it before. Like in one of these shows, one of the actors got the two lead roles. He had like, sometimes he had 190. Sometimes he had 190 lines per episode, and he was still paid the same as me. Who there were some episodes where, if I was lucky, I would get 30 lines. Like, we were both paid the same. Well, supposedly, because then the studio actually has to pay you. So yeah. Did you by any chance had a conversation with yourself? Oh, a lot of them. Yeah, I had a lot of conversations with myself. In fact, I was kind of worried that the voices that I was making were not different enough. so yeah. Portuguese voice actors get no respect at all. Does Portugal have a recession in VAs since they don't pay as well? Uh, it's hard to say. I'm not as inside the medium uh enough I'm not inside the medium enough to be able to actually say that. Also, judging my standing as someone who came in from the outside, who is not like a professional actor, who's not a theater actor, I doubt that I'll ever reach the high ranks of the Portuguese dubbing market industry. Unless I luck out, and even then, I guess I would only be open to lucking out if I could do like movies or anything. Like, I have thought of that. I have thought of trying to offer my services to studios that do mostly movies, or just say, oh yeah, like, I can do movies. My schedule is a little bit tough to fit in like whole series. But I can do movies. So yeah. How many Portuguese VAs speak English and or French as well? At such low rates, outsourcing VAs for English dubs to Portugal might be quite economic. I don't know, actually. I don't know how many. I don't know how many people. I don't know how many people actually know other languages. Because it varies a lot. Like, voice actors in Portugal, like, they come from a lot of different walks of life. Most of them do come from like theater, but in some years, in some more recent years, we've started having more people who are a little bit more like me. The only reason why I didn't try as hard earlier in my life was because I was terrified of going to the capital. um, yeah. And the current studio has a table that has some specific terms already translated / adapted, like Pokemon attacks, for example. Yeah, like, when I dubbed for Pokemon, it was a little bit, like, I was kind of nervous. I was kind of nervous because I'm like, okay, I'm used to saying these terms in a certain way, but they've been saying them in the show for like in a very in other specific ways for a very long time. So now I have to adapt myself to what they have, and like, and it was like I was never sure if I was actually saying things right. So yeah, um, surely the lead dub of anime would get paid well paid being a regular character. Yeah, that's what I said. The guy who played two leads was paid exactly as much as I was for like one regular character per episode. Like, again, and he had a lot more lines than I did. Like he had more than quadruple the amount of lines that I did. Like whenever he got to the end of a session, he was always exhausted. I got to see him. I got to see him once when I was arriving at the studio, and my guy looked like he's been run over by a forklift or something. Like he was like, oh, like the only thing that I really go like, oh wow, like how did you manage to record all of this in just one morning? That is insane, dude. You have a few options. Annoy the dubbing directors, said by one dubbing director. I mean, yeah. Yeah, no, like I am gonna do that. It's just that since I'm, in this weird transitional period in which I don't really know what I am gonna do with my life yet. I haven't actually started because I do know one dubbing director that I want to annoy. I just hope that he doesn't mind being annoyed. But then again, if he doesn't mind being annoyed, am I really annoying him? We'll see. Oh well, it's a director that I've also had a voice acting workshop with, so he already knows me, even though it was like a few years ago. Oh my goodness, it's going to be 4 years. It's going to be 4 years this year that I had the workshop with him. Holy crap, it didn't feel that long. But yeah. But yeah. So that's one of the things that I am worried about if I do get a full-time job, if I'm get completely cut off from doing voice acting work. I mean, you still have like off days and stuff, but scheduling just for those off days is a little bit. I know two that don't mind, the one who said it and the colleague he was with at Fnac. Okay. You can tell me who they were after Elmer. So I know who to annoy. I also happen to have the contact of one head of a studio, like not a voice director, not a director, but like the head of the studio that does a lot of movies. And I have thought of trying to talk to him because he did contact me once, and it wasn't because of voice acting. It was for translating. It was for translating. Like he was going to give me a show, but it was like a season 3 or something. And then the client said, "Oh no, we don't want this like right now. We want this to be translated by the person who translated seasons 1 and 2." So yeah, he had to call me and say, "Oh yeah, it turns out that they actually want the original translator. So I'm sorry, you're not getting the gig." And I'm like, "Okay, fine." Like at the time, I had another one, so balancing the two would be super hard. So it was a little bit of a relief, but yeah, because yeah, like as well as voice acting, I also translate. Because yeah, Atari Vegan is sending a lot of emails after stream. I mean, yeah, but some of these people, I don't have their email address. But I do know people who know their phone numbers and who don't mind if I ask for them. So yeah, it's a little bit of a roundabout way to go about it, but hey, if it works, it works. Though for these things I do prefer email, mostly because I feel like for this type of thing, I'm a lot more eloquent. I'm a lot more eloquent if I'm allowed to write stuff down rather than talk about it. You can annoy some via Instagram DMs. I mean, yeah, no, that is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. Actually, now that I think about it, oh wait, no. One of them, yeah, no, one of them I don't think that I'm gonna be able to convince to work with me because he's one of those people who say, "Oh, if you're not an actor, then I don't want to work with you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Because there are some people like that. So that, like, there's some people in the dubbing industry, in the voice acting industry in Portugal, who are like, we have got to look after our own and stuff. And I've told this story before, that if you're a newcomer and your voice is like perfect for a casting, if they have someone else that they already know and that they know is an actor, like a theater actor or a TV actor, they're gonna go for the TV/theater actor instead of the other person who was perfect for the role. Out of a wish to, I don't know, protect their job or something. I don't know, but to me it feels a little bit backwards. Like, I understand it in principle, but I don't know if they realize that what they're doing is they're basically telling people, "Oh, you'll never be able to do this unless you actually want to stand on a stage and do stuff that you're maybe not interested in." Because I've mentioned this before. The reason why I turned to voice acting is because I do love acting with my voice, but I don't really like acting with my body. Especially when it comes to drama. Like, I don't mind acting out comedy and acting as like an MC or of sorts, but I don't like acting out drama with my body. But I don't mind. But I don't mind doing it with my voice. I've done it. I've already done it in some of the shows that I did. In fact, there was a whole scene where I had a monologue, which I think I did a pretty good job with, and it was very silly, but I managed to give it my all, and I'm so proud. There's one that I tried showing that's not the case for some people, because I explained how some fan dubbing projects were made. Did it work? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Yeah, no, like, some of these people will look at fan dubbing projects and immediately go like, "You're doing something illegal. You are a bad person. We're never gonna work with you." That's just how they are sometimes. Like, no, "Oh, you do fan dubs? Scratched, gone, blacklisted." Because I don't know, like, they're the same kind of people. I think that they're the same kind of people who think that if you, like, photocopy an excerpt from a book, that you're infringing, like, on the copyright of the entire thing. I don't know. Okay, so with that little aside, oh, holy crap. Okay, anyone from some overbrewed tea? Cause I was brewing some black tea, and I'm not sure if this is going to taste good now, because it's been here for quite a while. Okay, let me see. Yeah, no, it's good. In fact, I think it tastes a little. I think it tastes better than the last time that I made this. It's a cold brew tea, cold brew black tea with lychee and rose. So yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was a good. I'll take 2 cups. Okay, okay. Can you take like a virtual cup? Zip. There you go. That one was more like, okay, you're trying to mimic person X with that voice, and I want a more original take. Oh, okay, no, that's different. That's different from what I'm describing. So yeah, no, my fear with the tea was that it would be bitter because, like, for example, if you overbrew green tea, it becomes terribly bitter. It's like the bleh. Like there was one tea at the shop that I thought I didn't like because the first time that I made it, I let it stay in the hot water for too long. This one again, not doesn't have that problem. Maybe that's why it doesn't taste bad. Because it's a cold brew. It's not, you know. Okay, so what I had planned. Yes, that's exactly what it is, Elmer. So yeah, what I have planned for today. First I'm gonna put on some music. I don't know if it's going to be the kind of music that how can I put this? Uh, Kind of music that would get your stream copyright stricken. Well, not copyright stricken, but at least, you know, copyright ID'd and go like, oh, you can't monetize this. And I'm like, dude, I can't monetize anything yet. I still haven't filled in the tax information. In fact, that's one thing that I still have to do some research on. Like, okay, which one is the tax form that that I have to fill to actually be able to get the little money that I can get through my through my VTubing endeavors. Okay. Uh. Why do you do this to me? Spotify. Hello, Danielle. I I already have some money that I can claim, but I still haven't filled out the tax information, the tax information that is needed for them to actually be able to pay me, because I don't know which tax form I have to fill. Like, because they give you two, and I honestly don't know which one is the right one for my particular case. So yeah. Another VTuber I watch is in the unfortunate situation that her job forbids having a side job, so she cannot withdraw her Twitch earnings. What? Holy. Like, not even like. Whoa. Seriously? Uh. uh that is not okay. That is not. That is not. That is not something that I asked about on my job interview today. Because I know that, like, the tea shop doesn't mind. The tea shop doesn't mind that I have other jobs, like, other side gigs alongside the tea shop. Like, they're totally fine with it. But they did tell me at this job that I interviewed for, they did tell me that I couldn't study. Um, like, that I couldn't study. So I'm so I wonder if they do have that restriction as well. Like, but even though, like, but can it just, like, be a thing? Okay, oh no, it's a hobby and I get paid for it. Like, can it be? I don't know. We'll see. Also, let me just check one thing. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, no. I was testing out the desktop audio. Like, if there was an echo. Not at all. It's just that getting money from her streams would turn it from a hobby into a job and violate that agreement. Oh, yeah. I didn't ask about that. Oof. I mean, like I said, if I don't get this job, then I already have a plan B, which is I stay with this part-time job. I just give up on the city house. You know, like I stop. Like I go back to my hometown, and I only come to the city for the 2 days that I have the job. So that means that I don't have to pay. I don't have to pay rent. I don't have to pay for food or other stuff. I don't have to pay bills. Uh, all of them, like all of that. Then that means that also means that my mom can also rest a little bit easy, because that's one less, because I'm not paying the rent on my own. My salary does not allow me to do that. Um, so yeah, it is. Her employer is really anal about it, though. Yeah. Oh boy. That's something that I didn't even like. I didn't even talk about my streaming activities in this interview, because I thought that I didn't have to. I did talk about the dubs, and I did talk about how I was trying to attend a history uh, college course. But yeah, since she told me that yeah you can't study, like you can't study while you're working here. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they would see a problem with me earning money from this. Uh, even if it's not a lot. Like, I don't know. Uh, I'll think about that. I'll think about that later. Like, it's not even guaranteed that I'll get the job. I mean, at this point I'm kind of like, okay, if I get the job, awesome. If I don't, that's well. If your new boss gets nosy, just say that you found this cash under the carpet. Yeah, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Oh, then where did you earn that money? Internet? Carpet? Oh man. Taxes successfully avoided. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to talk to someone else. I have no idea who I could talk to about like these YouTube and VTuber stuff. Like I don't know. I don't know with who I could talk to, because all the people that I think that I could talk to, they are like way too high profile. So I'm not, so I can't get there and be like, oh, hey, I'm a VTuber just like you. I have like 700 subscribers on YouTube. Can you tell me what tax form am I supposed to fill in? Applying Timmy Turner logic. Wait, they might think you're doing, if you do the money, if you got the money from the internet. I mean, yeah, no. Well, let's not, let's not go there. Let's not, let's not go there. One of my family members has an OF, and I'm like, oh my, what? What the heck, man? But yeah, that's a story. That's a story for another day. Okay. I'm gonna put on the music. I'm gonna put on the music, and I'm going to say what we're gonna do today. Kind of. I didn't want to go there, but some people might. I mean, you still did. Participating in tax evasion. Ah, yeah. Wait, what's that's terrible? What's the account? Tell me so I can avoid it. Okay. Let's put on the musics. This is from a game. This is from a video game soundtrack, which I realized the other day. It's from a game that came out in 2015, and I was like, "Holy crap! It's been that long, and I haven't been able to actually play it yet." We'll see. Bob Ross mode, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is I am going to draw some, like they said in the title, draw some side characters for the book. What I thought of doing was like I have a couple of sketches that I made in while I was at the tea shop. And the thing what I was thinking was making like redrawing some of those characters, some of those little sketches. Meanwhile, I'm trying to properly draw the anime-ish hairstyle I loosely sketched, and I have no idea how it works. Oh man, story of my life, dude. Story of my life. In fact, if you look, for example, at something like Magical Girl Lyrical Nanoha, and you actually try to see, okay, so how is this hair supposed to work? How? Atari, please, this is the second time I've been harshly reminded that 2015 was a decade ago. Yeah. It's so... Okay, let me see which, because the first thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to redo some parts of a drawing that I did last time that I did a working stream. Let me see. Show me the small things. Show me the small things. Yeah, icons. Show me the icons. Otherwise, I can't. I can't see. Really? Oh man, and this is why you open things before before you start the stream, because then you spend a lot of time trying to find out where did you put the thing. Oh, that I suddenly remembered. Amazing. Okay. I suddenly remembered. Is it here? Please tell me it's here. No? Ah, there we go. Finally. Jeez. Finally. Okay, so some of you might recall that yeah, I drew this little girl last time. She's going to be the deuteragonist in the so-called book that I am planning. And there was something that you guys said about her that did get me into thinking, and And I came up with an idea because I showed this girl who I thought, was going to be like really young, but then I showed another version of the same general concept of the character, which would be like older, like 14, 15 years old. While this girl, I drew her thinking that she was going to be like 8 at most. And then you guys said that she looked more like she was in at 10 or 11. And that got me into thinking, I am going to smush those two concepts together of a younger girl, but also the sort of moody kind of teenager. And because I think that that's going to make for a more compelling story. To make a long story short, the idea behind this character is that one day she washes up on Atlantis, and there's a whole hoopla made about it because holy crap, this means that Atlantis isn't like isolated anymore. And also there's people out there, people who have access to Atlantis. Oh. Hey, it's me, Goku. I forgot I drew that. I forgot I drew that. So yeah. um. Oh, dang it. No. Okay, so what I am gonna do is I am going to. I didn't think that I was going to revisit this drawing, or at least change it. But yeah. So what we're gonna do first? I'm going to save a copy of this. Save a copy of this so that it's easier. So yeah, there's a couple of things that I'm gonna have to change about this girl if she is to become the a somewhat different character. Poor girl, she is going to she's going to go through a bit of how can you put this? You know how the general idea of Inside Out came about because one of the creators of the movie was noticing how their daughter was becoming kind of different and more distant as she grew up. Yeah, so this girl is going to kind of go through the same thing. Oh, dang it. Okay. Okay. I took away your sandals. That's not okay. So let's copy and no. Okay, let's. Oh. Whoops. Wrong layer selected. Okay. Okay, so now I can take away this one. Emo rebellion phase? Kind of. Let's take away her glasses so it's easier for me to picture where the hair is supposed to go. Okay. It's not exactly that. Let's put a hide the layer, Kronk. Not that layer. Let's put it like this. So this girl, this girl is going to, because like since they're all based on the same general idea, same general like person, in different moments of their life, uh, there's a couple of things that I already know, even if, oh man, okay, right, I need to get out that thing. Okay, at least that makes it a little bit easier to understand what I'm doing. Um, the thing about this girl uh, is that she comes. Well, first she comes from a world that, okay, not exactly a world, because yeah, she comes from the outside. She comes from the outside, so it's not exactly a different world. But yeah, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, and she has some issues. She has some issues that she needs to resolved that she needs to resolve. And basically Atari is the one who helps her with that. Um, some of her issues include a petrifying fear that the world will end, because she comes from a time where a lot of people are saying that, oh, did you know the world is going to end on this date? And she's like terrified of that. Like, she doesn't think that it's going to happen, but she is, kind of scared, because again, she's old enough to know that that notion is kind of preposterous, but at the same time, there's a part of her that is afraid that that might be true. So yeah, there's that. She also has this thing where she believes that she has a bit of an expiration date, as in, like, as soon as she grows up, like stops being a kid, people will stop taking her seriously, and they will start trying to, like, uh, put her through the things that they perceive that are normal for teenagers, and she is not like. By Teotates, the sky is going to fall on her head. Yup. So yeah, actually, let me check if this was like the correct hair length, because I do have some doodles here. I do think that it's not that. I think that it's pretty accurate. Yeah, it's just not as scruffy as I was making it. Um, but yeah, and similar to my own experiences, because you know what they say, write what you know. Write what you know. Um, she is also, again, at a crossroads in her life, in which, yeah, people are already kind of pressuring her into being interested in, like, teenager stuff, which she is not interested in, like, in the slightest. She wants to still be able to enjoy her cartoons, her video games, her comics, her all of that, all of that stuff. And she's feeling the pressure to give up those things because she just started like she just started sixth grade. She just started the sixth grade, and she is everyone around her is moving on to other things, and they're starting to think that oh yeah, that girl, yeah, she's like childish and stuff. So yeah, she's in this weird place. She's in this weird place in her life, in which she's simultaneously in which she's simultaneously trying to hold on to the things that make her happy, but other people are trying to push her away from those things. And well, that's just that is no good. But yeah. And again, this is a hint. This is a hint as to when she comes from. So basically, what you can see here, what you can see here is that yeah, she wears glasses. So that immediately means that she comes from a more modern setting, like at least some time in which glasses are already commonplace. So yeah, unfortunately, she's not one of the. She's not a goal. She's not a goal. She could be descended. She could be descended from Gauls or Celts, but no, but no, she's not related to Asterix, unfortunately. So yeah, and the saddest thing about this little girl that I have to now do, um, the saddest thing that I have to do, which is yeah, I have to give her a bit of a frowny face. I want to say around 2010, but figure it's likely closer to 90s, 2000s. Guess that's a better word than say. Yeah, yeah, because like she could be from two time frames from which from what I have told you. Like on one hand, she could be from like around 2012 because the whole Mayan apocalypse and whatnot. But on the other hand, there were a lot of people saying that the world was gonna end in the year 2000. So yeah, at least it's not a character development haircut. What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, I know the thing about characters cutting off their hair, uh, to denote character development, which like it's usually kind of annoying because I like long hair. Like I think that you can look at me and kind of guess that I like long hair. um, but the thing about uh but the thing about important haircuts, like in fiction, yeah, is that oh, this character went through something. Now their hair is short. Thanks, Garnet. I always think of Garnet slash Dagger from Final Fantasy IX whenever that comes up. Right, and I think that this can, yeah, So yeah, one thing that I was thinking that she would be wearing when she arrived is like a headband, but I'm not sure if she's going to keep it. So like that would be, I'll start like around here and oh, oh, that's a tangent. Okay. Yeah, we would have to leave it like that. This would have to go a little bit more like that. Dang it. Yeah, like okay. Now, in order for me to do the headband, her hair would need to start lower because the headband would be doing this. Would be doing this. Thinking of it a little bit thicker. Now, just to give a bit of an idea. Wait a second. Okay, no, it's separate enough from the rest that I can just like erase it. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, here's the deuteragonist that I still don't know exactly what her name is going to be. I said last time that I worked on this drawing that that her name was probably going to be Maya, but again, that's a work in progress. That's a work in progress name. I still have to think about that properly. Uh-huh. And yeah, not a character development haircut. More of a, yeah. Let's put it like this: she did used to have her hair like that, like what I showed. But like with the years, like it became, a little bit more scruffy, a little bit more scruffy. So yeah. And now the colors don't fit. Now the colors don't fit. Oh wait, where did our armbands go? Don't tell me they were in layer 4. Yep. Yes, they were. They were in layer 4 because of course they were. Okay. Dang it. Okay. 1, 2. Wrong layer again. Wrong layer again. Okay. Okay, now they're in a separate layer. That makes things easier. And as for this, we can make it so that wait. Go away. By the way, an interesting thing about this soundtrack, if you don't know, it's the soundtrack of a game called Ori and the Blind Forest. And it's a game that's kind of interesting to me because on one hand, I have been listening to this soundtrack for 10 years. 10 years that I've looked to the soundtrack for inspiration. But I have never played the game. So I've made up these ideas in my head of what the game is like and what the story is that are most likely completely 100% incorrect. Because I legit don't know what the actual story of the game is. I've only seen the the promotional artwork and stuff like that. And that doesn't really tell me anything about the game, because that would be spoilers. You're not going to put spoilers in your in your promotional art. That's just counterintuitive. Why would you do that? Respect. Yeah. I mean, that is an interesting challenge that I could do, which is, okay. So I have this soundtrack, and this is what I think happens, based on what I'm hearing. Because you know something else that happened to me with How to Train Your Dragon 2, which came out 11 years ago. God dang it! So that's what it's gonna be today. We're just gonna be coming to grips with the fact that time just keeps on slipping into the future. Okay, and the color that I was thinking for the headband would be something like this. I'm not sure if... I mean, it would either be like blue or yellow. Yeah, that's a part of it too. Just because it's badly drawn. But yeah, I listened to the soundtrack of How to Train Your Dragon a lot for a while. But I hadn't seen the movie, like when I first started listening to the soundtrack. And it is interesting that, okay, spoilers for How to Train Your Dragon 2, by the way. If you haven't watched it, or if you or if you just don't want spoilers in general. But yeah, so it is interesting that listening to the soundtrack, I got an idea for what the story was. On some things I was way off, but there was one that I got on point for the original concept of the movie. Like, there are a lot of songs in the soundtrack of How to Train Your Dragon 2 that seem to indicate, like, if you only listen to it, if you don't watch the movie, they seem to indicate that a character that is important, a character that is important, and that is like very like close to the main character, but not that close, that shows up and is supposed to be a source, that it's supposed to be a source of how can I put this, they're supposed to make the main character, Hiccup, feel like maybe his tendencies weren't so unjustified after all, etc., like stuff like that. And then in the soundtrack, it feels like that character is actually more morally complex than you would think at first. Like, either they turn on Hiccup, or there's like some kind of like either betrayal or something that they just cannot see eye to eye, and there's a separation, and it's sad and stuff. And that's what I got from the soundtrack. But that's not what's in the movie. In the movie, they made a new character to be the villain. In this version that I was making up in my head, this character was the villain. Turns out that was the original idea, that the writers of the movie were thinking. So I was right about something that didn't end up in the movie. that was pretty that was pretty that was pretty interesting. Sort of like that. Okay, so here we have Deuteragonist girl. Deuteragonist girl. Working name Maya. We will see if she remains Maya or if I just change her name. But yeah, so now we are going to draw something else. Let me see. What characters do I have here? Oh yeah, one thing that I kind of wanted to talk about, but at the same time I feel like that's not something that I should show on stream, like because I think I mentioned this before. I was thinking of getting a slight redesign, like not anything too out there, but just a slight redesign. And on one hand, I kind of wanted to share and compare ideas about that, but on the other hand, I think that it's not usually what VTubers do. They don't usually ask their viewers for feedback on their design. They just do the redesign, and the viewers are none the wiser. The viewers are none the wiser. They don't get any input. All they can do is deal with it. So yeah, like if you liked a certain VTuber for a certain quirk of their design that they then give up on, like, and just get out of their general design, then yeah. It's even more weirder with games like Silksong finally coming out. I don't remember what Silksong is. Hold on. Real quick, like. Yes, I know about the new guest characters announced for Sonic Cross Worlds, Sega. You sent me an email just to tell me that, and I'm like, yes, I know. I know about Hatsune Miku. I know about Minecraft. I know about the Jehoker. Okay, I gotta say something. Okay, you guys know Persona 5, right? At least on the surface. So you know that the main character is usually named Joker because that's his code name in the game. Oh, it's a Hollow Knight thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because the name did seem familiar. The name did seem familiar. So, yeah, the epic sequel to Hollow Knight, the award-winning action-adventure. Yeah. Discussion and memes around its development have been around for half a decade, and now we're here, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, I can imagine how hype this is for fans. Yeah, Silksong. Oh, right. It was announced in. Yeah, that makes sense. It was announced in 2019. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, the Jehoker. Babylon Rogues being back is great, although I didn't expect them to re-debut in Persona. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, so I have this thing. I have this thing that I usually say whenever we're talking about like the Joker or Joker in general, characters named Joker. Which is a long time ago. This is even over a decade ago. This is over 15 years ago. even. There was this YouTube poop which was called The Joker Meets Claude Speed. And it was a YouTube poop that mixed, I think, Batman the Animated Series, the first episode of the Batman the Animated Series, if I'm not wrong, and stuff from Speed Racer, I think, which is why it was called like that. So whenever people talk about Jokers or the Joker or something like that, I'm always like, so has he finally met Claude Speed? I'm totally getting that thing in that game. Day one, I mean used. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, I didn't check for what consoles it's coming out. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to play it, like on the Switch or something. Okay, let's see. Ah, dang it. Ah, dang it, my little papers, they fell. The little papers. The little papers. Claude Speed from GTA 2. $70 being standard is cringe. Yeah, no, it is. It is. I know that games used to be even more expensive back in the day, but still, there's a limit. There's a limit. Crossworld is going to be on basically everything. Oh yeah, I just ended up playing retro games recently anyway. I mean, you're in the right place. I know that, like, you're in the right place because, when I, like, probably next week, I am going to play a bit more, retro, games. I was thinking of going back to Maui Millard and Cold Shadow. But also maybe trying to play something. The problem is what I really wanted to play, like for example on the PlayStation 1, is Crash Bandicoot, and I don't have it because I wanted to start from the beginning. But yeah. Okay, let me see. Okay, those are concepts. This is outdated. This is outdated. This is still when Maya was just a little girl. She was just a little girl. Okay. So we're going to start. We're going to start with a different, like, couple of characters. A couple that are not actually a couple. I mean, God forbid. But there was a time when games usually cost $50. Unfortunately, I wasn't into video games during that time. Like, I only got into video games while they were already, like, 60. So, yeah. And again, since I'm in Portugal, they were even more expensive than that because they usually do the conversion rate to, $50 to €50. And €50 is actually worth more than $50. It's like 52, 53 or something like that. So yeah, cartridge games got expensive by the time CDs became standard with Saturn and PS1. Yeah, no, that is true. That is probably why that copy of Knuckles Chaotix that I saw in real life was so expensive. Well, first it was for a very, like, specific console, quote unquote. But also, man, but that doesn't make any sense. Like, you do know that you're not going to be able to sell this for this price, right? Like, They went to 60 to buy the 7th gen. Why are people so bad at math? Yeah. No, see, like, I was only able to start buying games regularly once the 7th gen was already a thing. Even if I was mostly buying games for the PlayStation 2. Chaotix is such a fever dream. Oh, yeah. The music doesn't help. The music doesn't help. Okay, so I am going to start. With a character that is kind of important. Kind of important for Atari, not so much for the story in general. I still want to see if I can get to a character that is going to be important for the story, at least the working concept of one. But yeah, okay, so hello, Vadimator. Welcome. Will you be able to draw armor from the game StarCraft? The name of the arm? Oh, no. No, I don't do requests. I don't do requests in these streams. It's in the rules, actually. It's in the rules, actually. I do have a rule dedicated to art streams, saying that unless I ask for it, like, unless I ask for ideas, like, I don't do requests. Unless the whole point of the stream is doing requests, then I don't take requests. I'm sorry. You're welcome to enjoy the stream still, though. Okay. So, okay, so this is gonna be a little bit different. Oh, botanic based theme. Which one is that? Is that the one that goes no, I think that's the one from Marina Madness. Okay, I don't want her face to be too long. Yeah, no. The chill one. Why does that sound familiar? How about aquatic base? Yeah, it's probably aquatic base. It's probably aquatic base. You were humming the tutorial stage. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. There you go. There you go. Okay, I'll fix that. I'll fix that in a bit. Why the long face? Yeah, no, exactly. Like when I heard that theme was in Sonic Generations, I was like, dude, didn't forget the chaotix. Didn't forget the chaotix. Holy shit. Yeah, this came out actually better than I thought it would. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in a different layer and just hide it. Okay. Amazing. Thanks. Okay, I have to be careful. I have to be careful not to make the person too not to make the person too how can I put this, like, too long. Too long. Which is a problem that I usually have when I'm drawing, on bigger scales. Isolated Island. Charming and Cream coming out of NPCJ. Oh yeah! Yup! Yup, that is awesome. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to approach this in a slightly different way. I would hum the Botanic Base theme to you guys through chat if I could. Okay, I'm gonna look for it like super quick. I'm sorry, Yori. We're going to pause you for a second. Okay. Botanic Base. Botanic Base. If my model is stuttering, is because I have just opened a browser that is taking forever to load. What the heck? Dude, you're connected directly to the router. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. Okay, Botanic Base. I think that as soon as I start the music, I'm going to feel really dumb because there is no way that I don't recognize it. There's no way. Oh yeah, yeah. No, that is true. Poor Charmy. and he's not a special character like in Sonic Forces or anything like that. In Sonic Forces Speed Battle, like yeah. Let me see. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, okay. So this okay, so I thought I was putting the music. I actually put on a video with the with the actual gameplay. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, bing, bing. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, no, it's great. Again, like no matter how iffy the games might be, like everyone can pretty much agree that that music in Sonic has always been good. Even if IGN wants to convince you that Sonic was never good, like stop. Yeah, that don't look right. Nice calves. I don't know, this is looking a bit stiff. I don't know, like Yeah. Now let's go with my original plan, which was to do more of a Why would you do that to yourself? Why why would you draw ringlets? Actually, let me see. Wait, no. There was a time where I had this technique to draw ringlets. I think they went something like this. Wait, no. No. No, 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 no. No. I forgot. I forgot. I'm not gonna try. They make sense on a B-girl, and I really liked 1600s fashion. I mean, yeah, no, that like when you mentioned ringlets, I was like, oh yeah, no, there's gotta be like an actual reason behind the suffering. No, that doesn't that no. How about if we do like this? I think that today is not a very good drawing day, but that's what I decided to do. So even most of the bad games like 06 had good music. The first Mephiles boss theme is my favorite. Yeah. I'm partial to the battle against Solaris. You know, the orchestral remix of In His World. Like personally. We ball, yeah. Okay, not the best, but we're gonna run with it. Flame Core Volcano is one of my favorite Sonic tracks. Oh. I think I vaguely remember that one. Okay, those shoulders are looking kind of pointy. Okay, the pose is a little bit Wondering if I can make the pose not like super stiff, even though like that's kind of hard because it's like it's kind of hard because like this is supposed to also double as like a showcase of like the clothes and stuff, so yeah. And this is where being a fashion designer would be very useful. No. Okay, we'll fix that in post. We'll fix that. We'll fix that in post. Let me just make sure that the proportions aren't too weird. No, I don't think that. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not like hideous or anything like that. Okay. So that's the body base. So now, right. I'm going to make it a little bit transparent. Let me check. Yeah, no, it's okay if the pupils are a little bit smaller, I think. Not like that. Wait, no, the cavern. I haven't heard that soundtrack in so long. There was a time where I listened to it a lot. Okay, so maybe I should talk a bit about this character. Now this is Atari's mom. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with her eyelashes. I'm not sure like how much emphasis am I gonna put on them. No, that's too much. Ancient Atlantean lipstick. She has a little bit of bags under her eyes. She's already kind of I'm not sure how old she would be. My guess is like in her late 50s or something. Also happened oh no! I have blown Cyanic's mind! Ah! I also happened upon a wonderful Toho remix album recently, like 10 years ago. To my surprise, I found a copy on Mercari straight away. Really? Oh yeah, no, that's definitely the kind of thing you want to get immediately. We're going to give her a little bit more emphasis on the on the eyelashes. Don't worry, we'll fix it in post. Okay, now let's give her some clothes. Which, again, I have a bunch of sketches here that I'm gonna use. As a base. Hello, Getter Ray. Welcome. Good evening. Flamecore music is dope. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, Atlantean clothing isn't all just all open and stuff. Like, not everyone goes around with their chest like all all visible. Should the current music be a little louder? No, it's only supposed to be like background music, but I can put it a little bit louder. Okay, going back to this. Oh, I keep wanting to go there, like. Let's see. Really? You can't hear any music? Hmm. Hmm. Is it can you hear it now? I put the gain up a little bit. Like, it should be getting it. Like, I have the desktop audio I have the desktop audio activated. How about now? I didn't want to put it like too loud. Slightly better. Not really. Oh boy. Wait, don't tell me. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of an experiment. You might hear a little bit of an echo. I don't think it's picking up the desktop audio at all, but just through your microphone. That's weird. Advanced audio properties. What? Seriously? Okay, I tried messing here with definitely something louder now. Perfect? Okay, I readjusted the audio like on my See, that's why I didn't have it all the way up. But here's the thing. Okay. Okay, I lowered it. I lowered it a little bit. Hello, can anyone hear me? I'm lowering the music a bit. Supposedly supposedly you can hear me and the music as well, and you can hear what I'm actually saying. Okay, now it's fine. Perfect. Okay, awesome. What? Oh, dang it. Let me... Okay. Okay. I hope that it's still, yeah, monitor and output. Yes. Okay. Yes, it switched back. Yes, it switched back. You know why? Because I was trying to undo what I was doing in Clip Studio Paint, but I had OBS selected, so yeah, it went back. It should be good. It should be good again now. Is it okay? Is it okay now? That's what I get for not selecting. That's what I get for not selecting the right window. Hello, Seal. Welcome. Fine now. Okay, awesome. Was it worth it to be a VTuber? That depends. That depends on your definition of worth it. That really depends on your definition of worth it. If your definition of worth it has anything to do with like monetary gain, then yeah, probably not. But if your definition of worth it to just, you know, see all that you can do as a VTuber and being able to create content and stream with, you know, with a persona and being able to create stories around that persona and, you know, create a world and stuff, then I would say that yes, it was very worth it. In fact, the reason why I'm the way I am is because I had a bunch of concepts that I thought I was not going to be able to use. And then I went like, wait, I can use this for a VTuber. And then I did. And I'm glad I did. I did have other ideas. I did have other ideas though that will forever be the ones that are like, maybe if I had done this, maybe if I had created this other type of character or something like that. Maybe I could have done this, I could have done that, but yeah. You have to make choices. Okay. We need the Okay, here's the thing. I want her to have a belt. I had two ideas for belts here. I'm missing one of the... Ah, there it is. Ah, okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. This is the 6th time I ask a VTuber and same answer I got? Really? Everyone says the same thing? I mean, I guess that we're all on the same page then. Well, I don't know, like, do you know any other VTubers who want to write books? Because that's one of the things that I want to do. Oh, why do I always go for the tangents? Why? Why? I hate it. I hate going to the tangents. It's stupid. I don't like it. Okay, there was a time where I knew better how to make a knot. Like, because there is a thing, there is like a technique. There is a technique that you can use, like, you know, okay, so this is what a knot looks like, and you just draw it like that. But unfortunately, since I haven't drawn professionally for a very long time, that means that I don't remember how to draw knots anymore. Would it really be one of your streams without them? No, they had to show up somewhere. Oh wait, no, it's this away. It's this away. Yeah, no, it wouldn't be one of my streams without a tangent. Whatever kind of tangent that may be, I don't know. It just has to be a tangent. No, we're gonna leave that there for now. Oops. One thing that I'm not sure about, like, Atlantean attire. At one point I was thinking, you know, tassels? You know, these things, like... Apologies for the bad drawing. But yeah, I was thinking that only nobles would have access to those, like, because like they would be like expensive to make. Also, like fringes, you know. Mostly because, like, I didn't implement any of those. I didn't implement any of those in my design. I'll have to draw those too when I work my way down her outfit. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was thinking if I should like, for a possible like 2.0, if I should add, you know, some tassels, some, you know, more flowy bits to my outfit, because again, nothing is really, like, I have a general idea of what I want, but nothing is really set in stone, like, you know, completely. For better or for worse. And I do say for better or for worse because that was one of the things that I kind of wanted help with when I was developing the story that eventually gave rise to this version of Atlantis. And one of the things that disappointed me was the fact that I thought I was going to be able to get help for it, and I ended up not getting that help. I think that this is long enough. This seems appropriate for a 50-plus lady, right? I am probably gonna add. I am probably gonna have her belt have some fringes or some tassel-like things. But yeah, like I was saying, at first I was thinking that only like the nobility and stuff like that would have access to tassels. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's like a good idea. Like if I should gatekeep tassels like that. Okay, this is the one that goes to the front. And this is the one that goes to the back. Okay. that's the basic. That's the basic form of it. Now, wait. That's a little too much. Like a big old bracelet. Some of the details on this character are actually based on my actual mom. I mean, as it should. Because one of the things that I keep thinking of whenever I talk about, for example, family stuff. Whenever I talk about family stuff, it's like I kind of I like it when people imagine that stuff like in an Atlantean style. Art! Yes, maiden! Hi, how are ya? It is indeed art. Not art of the highest caliber, but art nonetheless. I actually had two different ideas for these. For the... I mean, I can experiment. Okay, glad to hear it. Sorry. Sorry. It's that thing, you know what artists do. Like, I may not be as like prolific as some other artists. Like, I may not draw as much, but I still have some of the quirks. I still have some of the quirks that artists usually have. Okay, now a little bit of a detail. Speaking of which, I need to stop procrastinating and start practicing more. Oh yeah. No, truer words have never been spoken. Like, I could say the same thing about myself. In fact, like, this was a way for me to stop procrastinating, indeed, and try to draw a little bit more. There's a detail. Okay, there's a detail about the lady here that I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to show because of the way that I have her positioned. But okay, so one thing that she has is this here necklace. No. It doesn't look okay. art is one of those things that you have to be like, oh yeah, no, we'll fix it in post. Wait, no. Drawing is not like riding a bike. You stop if you get everything, which is more of the time, because if you're not procrastinating, you might go downhill real fast. Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that I usually say about like when I try to draw and stuff is, okay, I need to shake off the rust. I need to shake off the rust because if you take too long to get back into it, it accumulates, and yeah, that's not nice. One of the things that I'm thinking of implementing, if I get a 2.0. Oh, music is a little loud. Okay. I mean, this track is loud. This track is loud. Okay, I put it down a little bit. Tell me if it's better now. There's something wrong here. If I could figure out what exactly it is. Oh yeah, as I was saying, one of the things that I was thinking of. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put it a little bit lower, like so. Better? I mean, I hope it's better. I hope I didn't just do the same thing. No, it's slightly... No. No, the problem is that... Okay. Okay, awesome. But yeah, as I was saying, one thing that I'm going to implement in my possible 2.0 design, and this is indeed a design detail that I think is going to be like I don't have to worry too much about, is that, okay, so you know my staff, this thing, I had an idea, like, because I was like, okay, so carrying the staff around is kind of cumbersome now, isn't it? So I thought that maybe what I could do is I could pull a Cardcaptor Sakura, and okay, the staff is magic. It can magically transform into a necklace. So yeah, that's something that that I was thinking of putting in my like in my future design. The other thing, I think I'm just gonna share it either way, because I think I mentioned it. Is Atari? That's 2 VTubers that I watch with the staff. Really? What's who's the other one? If it's not If you don't mind me asking. I guess the other one is more of a scepter. Yeah, no, like a scepter is more like king. It's more like nobility, more royalty thing. This is actually more like a summoning staff. So yeah. Big brain, yeah. Is Atari gonna get a chat bot in 2.0? No. No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Because I don't wanna get a chat bot. I don't feel like it. Oh, Axolotl Alchemist. Yeah, let me just check. Her name wouldn't have anything to do with a certain character from Bleach, would it? Oh, she has a virtual YouTuber wiki page. If I ever get a VTuber wiki page, I'll know I'll have made it. She's an axolotl alchemist. I don't watch Bleach. No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, I see. Like the picture, the picture doesn't show doesn't show a lot. Like it doesn't show a lot, but I can see what you mean about, like, you know, her scepter. I don't know what a scepter has to do with alchemy though. But she has a pretty cool design. Time skip Atari when he's an old man.
What's that? Sonic has a new game. But the Freedom Fighters are in it. Took them all long enough. I thought they were dead forever.
Quick, we gotta make the Atari wiki page a reality. I don't know if you have to have like a certain minimum of subscribers in order to get a page on VTuber wiki. I honestly have no idea how it works. I do know that there's some people who go to the VTuber wiki and go like, oh, what the heck is this info doing here? She's silly. Seeing Sally again felt so surreal. I don't know either. I mean, like, how would you know, Elmer? Like, you don't have any insider knowledge. You may have insider knowledge of Portuguese dubs, but you don't have insider knowledge of the inner workings of Sega. I don't know anyone who does, honestly. I mean, probably Ian Flynn, but that's because he's in Sega now. Okay, move it a little bit. I guess that's okay. I guess that's fine. Okay. Now, one thing that Atlantean outfits have, usually, is... So, you have these things, I don't remember what they're called. In Portuguese, they're frisos. What the heck? What are they called? But there's all sorts of patterns that these things can have. Oh, you were talking about the VTuber wiki. I mean, again, that's what I said. You don't have any insider knowledge of VTubing. You have insider knowledge of dubbing. It's very different. 90 Sega was apparently a pain in the ass to work in. Yeah, I have heard the story of Chris Sen. There's FeetWiki and there's VTuber stuff in there, which I didn't know FeetWiki was real, but unfortunately I do. What the fuck? What? People, man. People. Wait, Elmer, is GoRobotnik Go a VTuber? Because like I was under the impression like the last time that I saw her stream, like I don't. Does she use like an avatar? Does she use like an avatar? Because I was under the impression like the last time that I saw her stream like that she didn't. Weird thing to bring up, but okay. I mean, it happens. It happens. Don't worry about it. Oh, she's a PNG tuber. Oh, I see. Okay. So there's a bunch of. Oh, she uses her me. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, me tuber. Okay, another one for the pattern. And, thinking that this is Atari's mom, and knowing what I know of her personality, what would a pattern that fits her be? Like, originally I had this sort of, like, wave pattern, like this. But let's put it like this. There is a reason why Atari doesn't know how to swim. So it doesn't really make sense for it to be... waves. Okay, this is probably gonna make it look a little bit different than what you would expect usually. But I'm gonna go with something like this. If you hadn't noticed, there's a lot of lozenges and triangles in Atlantean imagery. Gee, I wonder why. I mean, it was on topic about it was about wikis and VTubers, and I don't want to be alone with this cursed knowledge. Okay, I didn't want to know this. I don't want to know this. I've heard of it before, just wasn't expecting it to be brought up. You'd be surprised at the stuff that gets brought up in these streams, Tulu. I'll never forget the time that I was playing Kingdom Hearts, and for some reason we started talking about the Cold War. I don't remember what caused that conversation to happen. Also other stuff. That's one of the reasons why the rules also say that, like, oh yeah, if we talk about, like, stuff that can be considered, like, politics or stuff like that, it's to be viewed from an outside perspective, so yeah. 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 Now, also I can tell you that it's not, you know, it's not something that happens, like, all the freaking time. Sometimes we talk about weird stuff. It's normal. Oh, frick. Oh, by the way, the soundtrack has changed. Now it's no longer Ori and the Blind Forest. Now it's Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is another game that I haven't played because, of course, I haven't played the first one. Why would I play the second one? Average Atari stream, yeah. Again, I'm not sure if this pattern is, you know, acceptable. Like if it's passable as like an Atlantean thing. I don't think it's too off base for, you know, Maya, Inca, Aztec thing. That also has ancient Egyptian trappings. It's strange to closely observe and talk about other countries' politics out of curiosity because you can't easily tell what's actually a touchy subject for people from that country. Yes, that is 100%. That is completely true. Okay, so one thing that this lady also has. One thing that this lady also has that you can't really see that she wears a lot is like on the other side of the belt, she has. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to select the light. Jeez. Okay, so imagine that you have the belt. Excuse me. You have the belt. And you have a pouch of sorts. There's some decorations, like some pearls or something. Because yeah, this is Atlantis. Something like that. Mysterious lady. The lady temporarily left this dimension but forgot to take her dress with her. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Okay. Oh, that's the horse. I forgot he was still here. Hi, horse. How are you? Okay, forget I asked anything then. Okay, okay, so we have to get this pattern here and move it somewhere else because now we have to get to drawing the hair. The hair. That's the cute Atlantean horse. I know, right? Yeah, he's just gonna be there silently judging. Okay, one thing that I'm probably gonna do with her necklace is I'm going to make it. Hello, no, I don't want to print. I don't want to print anything. I don't even have a printer. I don't even have a printer, dude. Like, just make a little thing around here, so that it's a little bit more noticeable. This would probably have I'm probably gonna add some more details to this because this lady, one thing that I know that I want her to have is, you know, she decorates herself a lot. So yeah. Tough critic. Yeah. Man, don't you hate it when horses criticize your art and they just don't get it, man? Oh right, I forgot one thing. I think I can, yeah, no, I think it can be in this. Wait, no. Fringes! Everybody loves fringes, except people who have to draw them. I used to have a character that had a bunch of fringes, and it was always kind of difficult to get them right. A little trim over here so that it's not just, oh, scarf, oh, belt, oh, fringes all of a sudden. Woo! Okay. Because this lady, like, I don't know if I make it apparent with her style. Like, this is, all things considered, kind of generic. But she does have an important job in Atari's hometown. She's a teacher. Yes, they have schools in villages in Atlantis. It's not just like local yokels. Okay, new layer, and let's see. I actually had two versions. Of her hair. Let's see. What I'm gonna what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure whether to give her a middle part or a side part. Like, I have a middle part. I can already tell you that Atari's brother is going to have a side part. Atari's dad, it's not clear because of the hairstyle that he wears. Just to give you a little bit of an idea. So Atari's dad, he looks very angry. Okay. Atari's dad has his hair like pulled up. Pulled up here. But then he actually has it like this. Like, you know. Has half a man bun. Let's put it like this. So, like, with Atari's dad, you can't really tell. You can't really tell where his part is, because yeah, he wears it all pulled up. So yeah. So this is a problem that I have. I get weirdly attached to my doodles, and like I can't bring myself to erase them. So yeah, Atari's dad is going to be here silently judging us from the afterlife. Okay, side part or middle part. Okay, one thing that I definitely need to give her is ear, and round off this head. Right, my original idea was that she had the part on the opposite side that Atari's brother does, which is on the right. So hers would be on the left. Let's do that. Her hair goes behind her ear over there. Why? See what I mean? See what I mean? Like and here? What the heck is wrong with me? Why do I keep picking the exact same places to put a line? Like, I don't get it. Am I that bad at figuring out where stuff should be? Right. Okay, feels like I'm putting it a little bit too up, too much up. Arg. Arg. And then you have this issue with characters that are like that have a lot of patterns and stuff. It's even easier to get tangents. Woo! Amazing. Okay, so the rest of her hair is behind her ear here. I think one of my neighbors here in the city has a cat that is he has issues. He or she, I don't know. Okay. So hair goes down here. Basically, yeah, Tari's mom's hair is super straight. But Atari, what about Pride Month? I'm talking about a character's design. Why did you think about it? I didn't think of it. You did. You're talking to yourself. Oh, right. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Okay, and now one of the things that most Atlantean people also have, be they women or men, and you can see that in me. Let me see if I can see. I have an earring. I have earrings. I'm gonna just see if I. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Wait, do all of those fall on the same month? Wow. So, which month are you celebrating? Oh, I'm celebrating mental health month. What about you? I'm celebrating Veterans Month. I mean, I know that people, I know that people don't do that, but Happy Stolzmonat. What is that? Kinda, yeah. I love like annual observances, but there's a problem when you have too many, which is that it feels like they end up eating away at each other's prevalence, and I think that that kind of undermines them. So it's a little bit. It's kind of like, oh, this party used to mean something. Oh, okay. Which is, in my opinion, one of the reasons why, like, I don't know. I think that there's this push towards globalization of the internet, but here's the problem: it's not really globalization; it's just Americanization. Like, if I come here and tell you to celebrate Father's Day on March 19th, you're gonna look at me funny because, like, why would I do that? Isn't there like an actual Father's Day? Why do I have to celebrate it on this day? On this arbitrary day that you're telling me? Well, because in my country we celebrate it on that day, and yeah. With a modified pride flag in the German colors and reply if you're proud to be German or gay. I'm okay. Now which one is which? I'm not telling. Actually I could be part of like Pride Month stuff. Because again, I don't make any secret of it. I am Arrow Ace. So technically I fall under the, you know, LGBTQ LG is a Korean electronics manufacturer. That's not what I'm talking about. LGBTQI that's the one. That's the one I am. Plus something. But yeah, so technically I could be part of some festivities like that, but honestly, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not too. I don't know. I don't want to sound. I don't want to sound like callous or, like, you know, or insensitive. LGTV community. Oh man. Of course, the powers that be freaked out about this lighthearted satire and immediately declare it as far-right psyop. Because nobody can have fun. Like, you know what I say to those things? Again, I don't want to get too much into politics, like, because, you know, that's not this is not the place to discuss that sort of stuff. But all that I'm gonna say is everyone needs to chill the frick out. Everyone needs to chill out, okay? Like, I get it, guys. You are young. You think that if you make enough noise, you're going to change the world. Well, let me tell you something. I have been on this earth for over 30 years, and I can tell you, it's not. It's not. Like, no, you're gonna grow up and you're gonna realize that you could have been using all this time and all this effort to make yourself a fulfilling life, no matter what kind of life, no matter what side of the spectrum, of the political spectrum you are. You could have been living a fulfilling life, and instead you wasted it trying to make people who are not going to see things the way you do, it's a fruitless effort. Like, no, you're not going to convince anyone, especially not when you demonize the other side. And this goes for everyone. I'm not on anyone's side on this. If you demonize the other side, then you've immediately lost sympathy and you've only made things worse. Like, you made things worse for everyone. Yeah. Having politics on the brain 24/7 sounds miserable. Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly feel like, The problem is that many boomers, here at least, are like that too. A bunch of old people who never grew up out of their rebellious 1968 phase and now retired have all the time in the world to dedicate to activism. And leave behind scorched earth for future generations. Yeah, no, like, that's generally how I feel. Like, all the goodwill, all the stuff that had been, been in the works. Like, it feels like at some point, like, someone decided that everyone should be at each other's throats again. And I don't get it. I don't get why you would make immediate enemies of any potential allies. Like, I just don't get it. So yeah, in my opinion, everyone's being annoying. If you ask me, oh, what side are you on? I'm on none. And if I am on one, I am not going to tell you which one it is, because that only opens up the stuff, again, I'm not saying that I am on one side. Oh, but that's just as bad as being on the other side. Bite me. Bite me. I am trying to live my life as best as I can. I'm trying to live my life as best as I can without making anyone feel uncomfortable. So, if you think that is bad, you think that just because I don't engage in a conversation that's enough for being a bad person, like, no, I'm sorry, you're wrong. And if you don't think that you're wrong, you're gonna grow up in a few years and you're gonna realize, oh, maybe I should have done things differently. I went out for a bit. Did this derail? A little bit. We're pretty much done. I have opinions on a lot of things, but I also don't see how they matter most of the time, so who cares? Yeah, no, exactly. Like, one thing that helped me a lot getting through my through one of my worst times in my life was realizing that there were things that I just couldn't control, like, and stressing over things that I couldn't control was a waste of time. Like, you just, like, if you can't control it, there's a quote, actually, there's a quote from the Archie comics, like, when Mighty shows up in the post Super Genesis wave, because that's one interpretation of Mighty that I absolutely love, is that he has anger issues. Which is how was it? Something along the lines of we deal with what we can control, we manage what we cannot. Something like that. And that helped me. I mean, But not that quote specifically, but he still kind of has in Sonic Mania Adventures. Ah, so that's a bit of characterization that's stuck, huh? I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna make these like hanging discs. Oh, that's not a disc. That's a weird. Oh my god. Okay. Also, I shouldn't be putting this on the same layer as the hair, so good thing that I noticed it in time. I mean, isn't my inner dialogue inner dialogue the reason behind what my streams are? If I didn't have such lively inner monologue, I don't think that I would have ever thought of becoming a streamer. At least we see an angry Mighty. Oh yeah. The Archie comics are so different, much more so than Fleetway and especially IDW, which is funny because they share a lot of writers, a lot of creative staff with the late stage Archie comics. So yeah, a world unique and beyond what we knew from the Sega games. Yeah, man, I miss the Archie comics so much. There is that stupid tangent. Okay, this might be actually because let me see. Yeah, no, the earring goes on top. Are these earrings big enough? I don't think so. Let me make them bigger. No, that's not. No. Okay, better. Mighty's bios usually describe him as being peaceful and trying to avoid conflict. Yeah, because he's super strong. Because he's super strong. If he lets loose, there's no telling what might happen. Hi, Maydo. How are ya? We are just the voices in your head. Woo. That'd make it much easier to draw a reference sheet of the multiple layers of clothes. Yeah. Maybe he avoids it because of his bad temper. It gives the character more depth. Yeah, exactly. And Surge is heavily based on Scourge, even down to being based on the same Sonic 2 glitch. Yeah. Cute character. Thank you, Trev the Inkling. Also, welcome. Let's see. Just gonna give a little bit of a detail here. So yeah, by the way, if you weren't around when I was saying who this is Atari's mom. And then Atari the character, this is her mom. Okay, PPA, bye! Good night! Each comic has their own evil Sonic OC. Archie has Scourge, IDW has Surge, and Fleetway has Super Sonic. Oh, yeah! Thank you, Mado. You know, that's not exactly a coincidence. When I was working on the project that I eventually dropped and used the remnants of to create what you see here. This was one of the soundtracks that I listened to the most because I think that it really gives off the vibe that I wanted for Atlantis. Like, not fully. I do want other things as well when it comes to when it comes to Atlantis in general. But stuff that is a little bit more epic and stuff. What color dress will she wear? Now here's the thing. One thing that I was thinking was if Atlantean clothes were like always sort of like a lighter color, trimmed with different colors. So basically, Atari's mom, which I think I can. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna copy this, and I am going to erase the parts that are not supposed to be seen. So that I can make a mock-up of the colors. Kind of like what I did for this girl. Excuse me. Ugh. Ugh. Dang it. Stupid allergies. I really want to watch the VOD later. Later on. I'm very interested in your lore in creative process. I haven't shared like a lot of lore today. I did talk a little bit about the differences from the first concept that I had of this girl to what I'm actually gonna go with. So yeah, I did share a little bit of that. I did say that Atari's mom is she's a school teacher. So yeah, and she's a school teacher in Atari's hometown. She is, which if I haven't said, Atari doesn't like. Atari, as in like mine. Atari's Grand Shaman duties take him outside of his hometown, obviously. There's a few details about that I'm still working on. Because I'm still not sure if for example the capital should also be the center, the spiritual center of Atlantis. It would make sense. It would make sense, especially if I put it on top of a mountain, as I was thinking of doing at some point. Not at some point, at one point. At one point, my English failed me that one time. But yeah, basically, the main takeaway I want you guys to get is that Atari is, he's the Grand Shaman, but he's not like he's not nobility. He's nothing like that. He was chosen by the previous Grand Shaman, and that's usually how it happens. Now, the reason why he was in a position to be able to be chosen is because, well, let's put it like this. Atari's dad noticed that he was very spiritually inclined when he was young, and then at some point in Atari's life, he kind of retreated into his shell and refused to come out. And Atari's dad, he did not like that. He did not like that one bit. So he went like, "You're gonna do something with your life." So he basically sent him to shaman school. And that's how Atari ended up in the position of being able to be chosen as the next Grand Shaman. Who was the brown-haired girl you drew before? Oh, she is the deuteragonist of the story that I am going to write. Basically, like I said, Atari is the Grand Shaman, but not everyone thinks that he should be, because he's not even though he's very spiritually inclined, he has a lot of spiritual sensibility. He's good with like people and stuff. He also is not exactly. He's not a fan of protocol. He's not a fan of doing things a certain way just because he was told that he had to. So basically, he's not very well seen by the rest of the clergy. Let's put it like that. Where's that? Oh, okay. Where's that dang fourth Chaos Emerald? It would make sense. Sometimes the largest city and the spiritual center of the place aren't the same. Like Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, usually the spiritual center or capital are the same though. Capitals can also change, like Kyoto being the old capital of Japan. Yeah, no, exactly. It's because of all those things that I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure if things should be like, because here's the thing. There is one particular item, one particular thing that is super important for Atlantis, and that it's going to probably dictate a little bit of what is like what I'm gonna do, which is the Iphimehaya, which is a crystal. It's the crystal that powers Atlantis. Well, most of Atlantis. Atlantis has one thing, which is it has these crystals popping up all over the place, and those crystals crystals can be used for power, much like the original crystal. But yeah, they're all linked to the main crystal. To give you an idea, so yeah, see the gem on my staff? That was broken off the main crystal. So yeah, the crystal has a hole shaped like this, basically. It was put there to seal something or someone. So yeah. Let's just say, hypothetically, if you ever want to undo the seal, you need this. You need this, and I'm the one who has it, so no, you're not gonna. But yeah, a lot of stuff that I have to consider and think about. Kyoto is just Tokyo with reversed syllables. Yup. Yes, it is. Okay. Before Kyoto, the capital moved all over the place. Oh yeah, no, I know. Like, wasn't Nara the capital at one point? That was just one of the many capitals. And Kamakura, like, yeah, no, the periods in Japan's history are mostly based around the where the capital was. So yeah, you have mostly, not all of them, but yeah. But yeah, you have the Kamakura period, the Nara period, etc., etc. So yeah, those two at least, I know that they used to be, that they were the capital of Japan at some point. Yeah, duplicate and and this needs to be erased. Oh yeah. Yeah, no. During the Muromachi and the Sengoku period, the capital was Kyoto, I think. Oh man, I love this track. I imagined a lot. I imagined many a scene set to this track. Usually when the characters would go meet someone of like a high status or something. Because it really does give off that that vibe of, oh, we're in a hollowed place. Ooh. All right. Okay. Hello, horse. Still not amused, huh? Well, too bad. Okay, why didn't I erase this line? What am I, stupid? Okay, I think I'm gonna also have to make a... No, I don't have to make another layer because this is not all that bad. This is not all that bad. Okay. Peter, the horse is here. Oh, sweet. Freaking sweet. Oh man, that reminded me of something, but I kind of forgot what it was immediately. It was something that me and my brother were like talking about the other day. Ooh, whoops. Okay, I think that that's good. Now I'm just gonna do a mock-up of the possible colors, and then I wanted to at least sketch another character, even though it's already midnight. Why is it already midnight? Why do I take so long to draw nowadays? Because you're not practicing. Is it really because I'm not practicing? Because that has happened to me like a lot ever since I remember. Only when I'm doing, you know, like little doodles. Only when I'm doing little doodles is that I'm not like, I don't take like forever to draw a thing. Okay, so first of all, we forgot to erase this. Didn't you start late? Yeah, no, I did. I did. That is true. That is true. I started at 9 I started stream at 9, and then I still spent an hour talking. So yeah, 2 hours. I don't know. Is this good enough output for 2 hours? I don't know. Bedtime for Atari? In a while. In a while. You know what? No, I am going to... I'm going to put the whole color thing for another day. What I am going to do now is I am going to draw, or at least sketch. I'm going to sketch a different character. Now this one. I still have that. Also, I still have that question that I'm not sure. Good night. No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. By the way, I'm gonna ask you guys this. I'm gonna ask you guys this as if we were like in real life. Do you think I should cut bangs? Like straight bangs. Still like with the space in the middle, because like you have to see the little lines I have there, right? But like, do you think I should cut bangs? Just wondering how long the stream will go for. I am going to try to aim for 1/4 maximum. 1/4 maximum. So yeah, like half an hour from now. So yeah. Okay. Let's try to make this quick. Ooh, okay, that's kind of big. You know, there's a little bit of a problem in which these lines are going to be a little bit. Kind of bad luck as another Greek-themed streamer I also like. Also just started streaming. Oh! I mean, technically... And I gotta pick between you and her. Dude, if you wanna watch her, that's fine. That's fine. It's your time. You should decide. You should decide what you want to do. ¿Por qué no los dos? Yeah, Cyanic does bring up a good point. Are these arms too short? Screw a wee ball. Wee ball. Or a collab in the future. Yeah. I mean, in order for there to be a collab, I would need to know who she is. Seriously? We keep having to do this. I mean, the guy's supposed to be tall, kinda. Calidor Alambros. Oh, okay. This isn't looking right. Why? No. If you straighten the arms, I think they're long enough that they reach the waist. Yeah, I mean, that's the idea. Yeah, because, like, we're dealing with, like, cartoony proportions, but things have to be, you know, proportionate. Cartoony proportionate. She's a Medusa. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to... Wait a second. I'm gonna write down her name. Actually, I can just write it here. Okay. Saved. Getting back to this guy. Okay, so the deal... Okay, so the deal with this guy is that, at least for now, for what I'm imagining now, he is one of the antagonistic forces in the book that will once be. I'm just looking at my eyes to make sure that I don't draw like the exact same shape. Oh, wrong layer. Frick! Because of course. He has the antagonist Tsurime eyes. Well, joke's on you, I also have Tsurime eyes. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Ha ha! Okay. That's a little too... I should also mention her handle is one woman corpo. Oh, okay. But cartoony proportionate makes sense, yeah. Okay. Sometimes I go between chibi and realistic proportions because I can't decide. Yeah. No, I know. That's one of the reasons why I don't draw chibis mostly. because I tend to give them way too much detail. Okay. That could be a pretty sick Spider-Man costume of sorts. Yeah. Yeah. Something like this. Just include a little bit of a... Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Elmer. Okay. Spider-Man. But he is not Spider-Man. He is... Guy. He's a guy. A guy who does not exactly see eye to eye with Atari, and I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure like what his deal should be, if they should be from the same hometown, or if they should just be from like basically this guy is also a shaman. He is one of the people who did not agree with the old Grand Shaman's decision to have Atari take over. And I'm gonna be 100% honest. The only thing that I have thought for him is the hairstyle. And this little piece, because I only drew like the... So I am just going to draw what I already have, what I already know, which usually goes against my better judgment. I usually like leaving the hair for last, but it's going to be a little bit hard to do that here. By the way, I don't think anyone answered Do you guys think I should? Do you guys think I should cut bangs? Mm. Let's see. Right. Don't cut the bangs. I like the bangs. Oh, my character. My character, I mean my character. Dramatic music. Yeah, the music is the music is going hard here. Don't cut the bangs, please. Oh, okay. Okay. See? This is why I said, oh, I don't know, like if I do something with my design, maybe people won't like it, and it's like, eh. Again, with the tangents, why? Why am I so good at putting lines, putting lines, you know, touching each other? This is, I don't like it. Why? Okay. Okay, so this guy's hair goes here, and then it has a thing here, similar to Atari's, and then braid. No, it looked better. It looked better the other way. Dang it. Is that a Ninja Turtle on the side? No, it's Spider-Man. Can't spell Atlantis without tan for what it's worth. What if this character is like a rival to Atari? Like Sasuke and Naruto. Yeah, that's what he's supposed to be. That's what he's supposed to be, like in the story. He's like he's one of the people who doesn't agree that Atari should be like the Grand Shaman. And they do have a sort of you know, frenemy relationship Like, yeah, they are rivals. And now I have to figure out how to put this with all these lines. Oh boy. Okay, I'm just gonna... Wait. Oh, wait. What is this? Ah, okay. I was worried for nothing. I was worried. The letter is for 10 anyway. Yeah. Even though, like, a lot of representations of Atlantis go a little bit more on the Greek side, as in, you know, they make the characters, you know, more. Okay. Let's try to do this without the face and see what happens. Sastari versus Natari. I love those kinds of dynamics. Yeah. Yeah, and one thing that I can tell you is that, yeah, this guy would be pretty involved. Pretty involved in the story. Okay, wait a second. Pretty involved in the story, like, while Atari is going around trying to figure out, like, who this girl is and why she showed up. This guy is attempting to find out, like, what actually, like, why Atlantis is isolated from the rest of the world in the first place. Like, because the appearance of this girl implies, okay, so Atlantis isn't the only place that exists. So wait, something happened for Atlantis to be separated from the rest of the world, and this guy tries to figure out what that is. And in doing so, he also finds out what is sealed in the crystal, and what happens from there. Well, is there a Roman side? A Roman side? What do you mean? What do you mean a Roman side, Barney? Ever played Age of Mythology? No, no, not really. Not yet, at least. Oh, that one has Greece and Atlantis as separate civs in it. Yeah, because Greece was supposed to be like, yeah, Athens, right? And Atlantis was an enemy of Greece. Whoa. I'm losing brain cells. I should probably get to bed, but I have a stream to watch. I'll be done in a second, mate, and don't worry. Because again, for this guy, all that I have right now is the design of the hair and his necklace, and I just wanted to draw that. Whoop. A little too much. By the way, next Tuesday is Portugal Day, and I kind of wanted to do something. I kind of wanted to do something special for it. I'm not sure what it should be, though. Have to be careful with these wispy bits, otherwise they may end up looking kind of off. We don't want wispy bits looking off. Okay, let me give you back. Let me give you back your face. Oh, this wispy bit is a lot bigger than this one. Oh no. Oh boy. Probably a Roman representation of Atlantis. Did Rome even have Atlantis in, like, did they even acknowledge Atlantis? Yeah, no, yeah. Tomorrow I only go at 2 o'clock. So yeah, I'm I do have the time. I do have the time somewhat controlled. Hmm. Dang it, these wispy bits. Maybe I can just... Yesterday was Sweden Day, a lot of national days in the middle of summer. Yeah! Yeah. Like, someone could make a stand-up sketch about that. Like, what's the deal with national holidays in summer? Ooh boy. Kinda made it look bad. No problem, I can fix it. I can fix it. But yeah, again, I wanted to do something special. I'm just not sure what that something should be. I do have a couple of ideas, but both of them require planning that I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time at this point. Oh, right, I'm forgetting one thing. I'm forgetting one thing because... Oh no, I put both of these in the same oh no. Oh no, that's not good. That is not, that's not good. Okay, I'll just let it be for now. How long have you been drawing? For it's gonna be 3 hours and it's gonna be 3 hours and a bit. I don't know if they acknowledged Atlantis, but they did believe that they were descended from Trojans. Oh. Does that have any basis on reality or... Oh, right. Okay. 2 details about this guy that I was about to forget. I think that this one can go in this layer. And the other thing has to go in a different layer. Maybe this one? Okay, there you go. This is what I have for this character so far. I am going to have to, I'm going to have to, yeah, this can be fixed. This can be fixed later. Later. Cool. Putting things on long layers is really annoying. Yeah. No, I mean in years, layers. Okay, so this is probably going to be the Sasuke to Atari's Naruto. I still have to figure out what he's gonna be wearing though. Also, this is one thing that I kind of suffer from. Like, I came up with my design first, right? So that means that everything else is going to be based off it. Now, here's the thing. I'm probably gonna get a lot more ideas for, you know, clothes that would probably be fitting of a Grand Shaman after I have done my after I've done my own design. So yeah, like I still think that I look pretty good. I still think that I look pretty good. I still think that I look the part of a high priest of an ancient civilization. But it is true that sometimes I think like, did I do enough? I wanted to keep things simple. Did I make things too simple? Like, that I don't know. I don't know. Like, clothes are my weakness in character design. I can never think of what my characters should wear. Yeah. Like, I'm just gonna... I don't usually, oh, come on. I don't usually, show, like, my full body. But, yeah, this is what the whole ensemble looks like. How many years? Oh, how many years have you been drawing was the question. Oh, sorry, I didn't get it. Okay. I have been drawing ever since I was 3 years old. And most of what I know is self-taught. Like I did have some drawing classes when I was attempting one of my higher education degrees, but I ended up failing that class actually. Because you were supposed to keep like a graphic diary and I didn't, and that was like 30% of your grade and it was not enough to pass. Like, since I didn't have those 30%, I didn't pass. Okay, Tulu, bye! Bye! And don't let your phone die! Don't let your phone die! He has so much to live for! There's a reason why OC's 3D models are currently... Why all OC's 3D models are currently naked. Oh yeah, no, like, I understand that. Usually, like, this guy is not exactly, is not exactly, a normal case, because usually I have at least some idea of what the characters are wearing. This guy, by extension, the rest of, you know, like, other shamans in Atlantis, other than me, I kind of don't know, like, I'm kind of afraid of over-designing them to a point where I look boring. Which is not supposed to be, like, you know, that's not supposed to be the idea. Like, I'm the Grand Shaman, I'm the High Priest, so I should stand out a little, you know? But but I'm afraid that if I use my design as a base and then like strip away things from it, then that I'm just, you know, not designing properly. See, that's the problem when you have to reverse engineer stuff with designing characters. So yeah. But yeah, I think that we're done for now. Oh yeah, also one thing that you usually can't see that you can see right now is that, yeah, my hair goes down to my knees. I tell you, it is a witch to comb through. And you keep finding long white hairs everywhere. It's annoying. Okay. Let me just make myself more. Oh wow, I'm huge. Okay. There we go. Now we're a little bit, It seems terrible to sit with. Oh yeah, it is. It is. You should have designed the lower ones first so Ataris could clearly show as an upgrade. I did not have that foresight back then. Which is one of the reasons why I go like, oh, yeah, maybe I should get a 2.0. Like, when I actually have enough money for that, because right now I just don't. I just can't afford it, period. The only thing that I could afford would be like a toggle for the necklace that I mentioned. But even then I'm not in a position that I can spend money on that kind of thing, like, you know, on upgrading my model and whatnot, because it's not just asking Nayuse for, you know, for the necklace. I would also have to ask Luby to rig it, and that's already like, it's not as expensive as like a whole model. It's not as expensive as a whole model, but it is still like, it's not going to be under 70 euros. I know that for a fact. Like, you know, the grand total. So yeah, and right now there's other stuff that I need to spend that money on. Especially while I'm figuring out, like, okay, so am I gonna go for the full time, or am I gonna keep the part time? You know, like, yeah, that stuff. Someday there ought to be an Atari King Gambit. Oh man, King Gambit was a little bit disappointing for me because I tend to like a Pokemon like Bisharp, but the thing. But the way that they made King Gambit is like, he's so much more bulky, and like, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not exactly the biggest fan of like bulk. I mean, I like bulk, okay, but like, I don't know, it's weird. Okay. Then again, maybe for the book, still going back a little bit to the whole designs thing. When I actually go for the book, maybe by then I can already, because I don't need to have my design set in stone for writing the book. Like, because the general idea the general idea is going to remain, you know, pretty much the same. Like, it's not like it's not going to be it's not going, like, I'm never going to look that much different, like, except with, you know, with some bits and pieces and some like, you know, added or removed or something like that. So like, in terms of, like, for example, descriptions in the book and stuff, like, I don't have to worry too much. But for example, for the illustrations, because I did want the book to be illustrated, now that's where I need to have my design 100% figured out. And again, like, I do like my design. It's just that it's just that when I did it, I was still not sure. Okay, here's the problem that I had with my design. I wasn't sure if I was going to be a high priest or just a high-ranking shaman, you know, like, because there's a difference. My king gambit is female. Queen gambit, queen gambit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I have taken more than enough of your time for an impromptu stream. I have sketched a few things. I think I'm gonna go to bed now. I don't have to wake up early tomorrow, but I also don't want to wake up, like, right before I'm supposed to go. Okay, let's stop the music for now. Okay, I better save this as well. Save. Thank you. Yeah, I am gonna need some luck because I've been drinking black tea. I think I can still sleep fine. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I really need to make more art streams again to make sure that I don't rust up. So yeah. Whether you're watching this live or the VOD or our lurker, I forgot, or I remember that happened to not be able to show up. Oh, know that your presence is always appreciated. I forgot my own send off. What the heck? So yeah, see you soon, or as they say in Atlantis, I still got it, yeah! I still got it. I could have it a little bit better. I need to get better. Okay, see you soon, or as they say in Atlantis, Ekave, bye!